What is up, guys? It's Gage. So today we're going to be working on the 740 again. As you saw in the last video, we got the bumpers all back to an OEM look. And today we're going to be installing this mirror on the 740. I'm going to show you guys how to take the door panel off and get one of these swapped out. So as you can see, let's take a look. This side, the previous owner had ran into his carport and knocked the mirror off, so he'd tried to glue it back together and put some self tappers in there. So we're gonna get that ugly thing taken off and get it swapped out. So let's just jump right into that and show you guys how to take the door panel off and get one of these swapped out. Alright guys, so the tools you're probably going to need to do this job, probably some side cutters for cutting any zip ties or anything that might be need to be cut, a pick, a flat blade screwdriver, 8mm socket, extension, 1/4 inch ratchet, T10 Torx, and maybe a T25. So we're going to dive into getting that door panel off, but these are just the basic hand tools that you might need for this job. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're at the door panel. We're going to start first with removing this lock rod, little knob. And then next, we're going to remove this speaker grill. Most people would think that these would pop off just straight off, but that's not the case. That's how they usually get broken. They slide forward and then come off. Like that. You can see there's two pins that it slides into and two ears that slide into the door panel. Alright, and next there is a, there's a little rubber cap right there. As you can see, just get something small like that pick. Let's see if I can get that. And get the pick in there and just pop that little rubber cap out. And then behind there you will have the T25 Torx. And that should pull straight up. You got your Torx in there, little cap. Alright, next is, let's get you a light. Next we're going to turn that little cap there, 1/4 turn, and remove that so we can take this whole trim off right here. There's that little 1/4 turn cap. And this should lift up and slide back. So there's that trim panel there. It slides in and out. You have a little, well, should be a little tab there that slides it in kind of like the front, but this one's missing. And now to disconnect all of these, maybe, let's just slide through the door. Probably won't happen. Wow, that's a lot of connectors. Can go into each other's spot. Okay, so they can only go into one spot. Alright, disconnect all of those plugs. Should be able to push those back in the door. And after that, we'll have to go under. And as you guys can see here, you should just be able to pop these white clips out with a flat blade. So let's get flat blade in there. There's one. And two. Alright, and last, don't forget about this light on the end. Move that little cover there. And I think should be able to just lift the door panel right off. Next, you don't want to forget about the connector on that light. There we go. Disconnect that one. And then disconnect your speaker wires. You have your door panel off. All right. Now, let's move you guys in. Now, you got to remove this cover to access the bolts for the mirror. And that one there, you should just be able to pull toward you. And it has these two nubs that pop into these white clips. Now we need the 8mm and the ratchet. Alright, now we need to follow this wiring harness. Follow it down through this little zip tie thing. Undo that. Have a metal clip right here. It looks like plugs in right here. Alrighty, so do we need, I don't think we're going to need to cut that zip tie off. Get that wire moved out of the way. Hopefully you guys can see that. Undo that last screw. And then remove this mirror. Well, in my case, he glued it to the door panel, so let's try to work this glue out. Oh, he glued the crap out of it. Should be good enough. Let's move you guys to the side. And there's the old mirror. As you guys can see, he glued that down. Ooh, it's sticky. Glued it down pretty good. But that should be all right. A little bit of glue in there. Just peel most of that off. All right. All right, there's the mirror removed. And there's the old next to the new. As you can see, this one here, we used that bumper coat on it, and it came out really good compared to that old one. So let's get this slapped on there and reverse that process of pulling it off. First, make sure all the wires are the same. This one, so there's a ground wire on this one. This one doesn't have it. Well, I guess we'll plug that in and see if it works. It's missing the ground wire. I don't think it ever even had a ground wire in there. But the current colors match up. So let's try this and see what happens. All right, guys, we're going to feed this wire through the door. Just slide the O in. Slide this back in. Alright guys, so I just went and looked, and it appears these mirrors are different. As you can see there and there is a difference. And as you can see right here and right there is different. Along with the lower part of this one has a lip, and the super glued lower part of this one doesn't have that. It's different all the way through here. So I don't know if I can just swap these parts out, since they look, I would say, somewhat the same, right? Yeah. 6119. Yeah, so this part of the mirror looks like it's the same. I just don't know that I can swap those out, but I'm gonna dive into that and see if I can. All right, guys, so I tried taking this part off and it looks like it's not gonna swap. So I'm gonna go to Swedish on Monday and get a mirror that matches this one and get it all painted up, make it look good, and slap it back on there. So I think for now, we're gonna take this one off and we are going to go ahead and paint that and make it look good, slap it back on there, so we only have one to do on Monday. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump and take this one off, get it done, and show you guys the end result. All right, guys, so we got that mirror painted and put back on, and I would say it is definitely a big difference over that. Definitely a big difference. Makes it look like a whole new car. So as you can see, that stuff lays down pretty good. The top area over here, that's the best that it would get. So I might wait for it to dry 100% and then shoot another coat on top and see what happens. But other than that, it is back together. Door panel is back on, like nothing ever happened. So Monday, I'm gonna go up to Swedish and get a matching mirror. I think this is for a 940. This is for a 740, obviously. So we're gonna run up there on Monday, get that, and put it on. But I think this video, you guys got the gist of how that goes. So we'll probably just end that video on getting this mirror done. And next video, you'll probably notice this mirror replaced on the driver's side. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.